Do you know who the first person to complete a nonstop solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean was? Today we will learn about the first person who dared to cross the Atlantic by airplane. Charles Augustus Lindbergh was born in 1992 in Detroit, Michigan. From a young age, he was curious, setting him apart from other children. He had a deep interest in machines, especially airplanes. The sight of these mechanical birds soaring through the sky captured his imagination and filled him with wonder. The significant events in aviation history left a profound impact on his young mind, sparking a lifelong passion. He often imagined the possibilities of flight and what it would be like to pilot an airplane. Despite his family's frequent relocations, his love for aviation never waned. Each new place brought new learning and growth opportunities, which he embraced enthusiastically. He spent countless hours studying airplanes and their mechanics. Books became his gateway to understanding the complexities of flight, and he absorbed and retained any information he could find. He dreamed of one day soaring through the skies. These dreams were not mere idle fantasies. They were the seeds of his future ambitions. In 1999, a New York City hotel owner announced a $25,000 prize for the first nonstop flight between New York and Paris. This prize, known as the Orteig Prize, captured the imagination of aviators worldwide. An experienced pilot, Charles Lindbergh, saw this prize as an opportunity to make history. He believed he had the skills and mental fortitude to complete this perilous journey. The flight was incredibly risky. No one had ever flown solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Many thought it was impossible, but Lindbergh was determined to make history. Lindbergh needed a special airplane to complete his transatlantic flight. This was no ordinary journey. It required meticulous planning and an aircraft capable of meeting the stringent conditions of a non-stop flight over the Atlantic Ocean. He worked with a company in San Diego, California, to design and build a custom airplane. The team faced numerous challenges, from selecting the right materials to ensuring the aircraft could carry enough fuel for the long journey. The plane, named the Spirit of St. Louis, was designed for long-distance flights and could carry a substantial amount of fuel. This was crucial because Lindbergh would have no opportunity to refuel in the air. To save weight, Lindbergh decided to fly without a co-pilot, radio, or parachute. Every pound saved meant more fuel could be carried, increasing his chances of success. He would make the journey entirely alone. This decision was risky, but it also reflected his confidence in his skills. On 20th May of 1927, Charles Lindbergh took off from Roosevelt Field in New York. He was bound for Paris, France, on a journey of more than 3,600 miles. This was no ordinary flight. It was an unprecedented solo transatlantic journey that would test the limits of human endurance and aviation technology. The world was on edge, following Lindbergh's daring expedition with intense anticipation. The flight was exhausting. People gathered around radios, anxiously waiting for updates, while newspapers worldwide closely tracked his progress. Lindbergh faced strong winds, below freezing temperatures, and thick fog. The Atlantic Ocean was a formidable opponent. Storm clouds were terrifying, and visibility was poor. During the flight, he battled fatigue, struggling to stay awake for hours on end. The monotonous drone of the engine and the isolation of the cockpit made it even harder to stay alert. Every moment was a fight to stave off sleep. The fate of his mission rested entirely on his shoulders. Despite the challenges, Lindbergh remained steadfast. His determination and resilience were unwavering. He knew there was no alternative to success, and many people's hopes depended on him. He relied on his instincts, training, and his trusty airplane to guide him through the vast expanse of the Atlantic. After a grueling 33 hours and 30 minutes of flight, on 21 May of 1927, Charles Lindbergh landed at Le Bourget Field near Paris. A massive crowd had gathered to welcome him, eager to witness history. The world erupted in celebration. Lindbergh had done it. He had become the first person to complete a non-stop solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean. His journey was not just an extraordinary aviation achievement. It was a testament to human determination and the power of innovation.